Welcome, Salka.
Thank you.
I'm about to ask you a few questions your fans have submitted, so let's get to it. First question, who do you like more, Maggi or Steinar?
Oh, that's so unfair.
Yeah,
asked that?
the center is Maggi and Steinar.
No!
Yes.
No, I can't say. I like them both. They're different, you know, in their own ways, but I like them both.
Okay,
Yeah.
very political answer.
Yeah, very PC, I know. But
Yeah.
it's true though, it's really true.
It's really true.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Is the rest of the band jealous because you're more famous than them?
We actually had that talk, me and Steinar.
Okay.
Because we're the two of the three people who are fronting the band. Because my other job, besides being in the band, is out there in television and radio and stuff.
This is Iceland calling.
So it's kind of like, it makes sense that I get more attention, but
1 point.
we're really okay with it, so they're not jealous. But we had the talk.
Yeah.
I thought like, does she feel like she's in the shadow or something like that? And she doesn't feel like it, because when we're a band, we're a whole thing on stage.
The next question is from Hjörtur. When you were a kid, what did you think was the most remarkable thing in the world?
I remember the first time I saw a trumpet, the instrument. It was really funny because I learned how to play the piano from when I was 4 to 10, and one of my classmates came into school with a trumpet in a case, and I remember him like opening it, and when the lid came out, it was like like this gold big chunk in a case, and I just fell in love with it, ran home and asked my mom to play the trumpet. So I'm a trumpet player.
Yeah.
I went home and asked my mom to quit the piano lessons, and I took trumpet lessons for 4 years, and then I became a teenager and it wasn't cool enough to play the trumpet. But when I was like 20, I started playing again, and I play a lot today. So, but not with a band, just
By yourself?
by myself and
Yeah.
like in other situations.
Yeah. And family parties? Bring out the trumpet?
No, not really. That would be kind of weird. Now Salka's gonna play the trumpet.
Yeah.
No, it's not like that.
Next question from Harpa Siv. Well, this question actually came in Icelandic, and unfortunately it doesn't translate very, without losing its pun.
Okay.
Because basically, are you more of a daughter or a lady? Meaning, are you more of a Reykjavíkur or AmabAdamA? Yeah.
The thing is, like, I'm more of a lady or AmabAdamA, because when Reykjavíkur, can I just say Reykjavíkur in a really Icelandic accent? It was hard to try to say it in English. When we started, it was like I was one of the girls who started it, and I worked with them for like 6 months, and then I kind of like quit. Not really quit, but I started focusing more on the band, the reggae band. But it's kind of like, being a Girl Scouts. Once you're a daughter of Reykjavik, you always are.
Yes.
You know what I mean by that? Yeah. So I still do rapping and stuff, but not really like under the name of Daughters of Reykjavik.
Next question. What's up with all the hats? Don't get me wrong, you pull them off, but have you always been wearing all these different hats?
People are really interested in my hats.
Yeah.
I bought my first hat when I was maybe 17, 18, but I was kind of too afraid to wear them.
Yeah.
I used to wear them in the house, and I was like, oh, I really like that. I like that look.
Yeah.
But when I went out, I always oh no, I can't do it.
Didn't have the balls.
No, didn't have the balls to do it. And I think when I started to have the balls to wear hats, I just fell in love with them, and I got probably 16, 17 different kind of hats.
Okay. What lyric by AmabAdamA do you hold dearest, and what lyric do you think is the best?
Well, we were talking about Davíð Stefánsson earlier, which is, I love poets, that's the word, here in Iceland. And he released a book called Black Feathers, like many years ago, and that book has like followed me for a long time. It was at my house, and I was a small kid when I started reading it. And there was this poem that I loved called Óráð, and I just loved it. I loved the words in it, but as a kid I didn't understand it. But then I read it back as a grown person, and it was funny because it was kind of like, it was really dark and kind of sexual weirdness going on.
Nú sofna ég, við svonir við að hljótt. Svo hitti ég í draumi, drottningunni í nótt.
Which I didn't get when I was a kid, but I still loved it. And I love that poem so much that we did a song, you know, and that's our new single now.
Svo gef ég henni svarta slæðu, að sveipum líkamann. Svo enginn geti séð að ég svívirti hann.
But Steinun, who's in the band as well, she is my favorite lyricist.
Yeah, okay.
She makes really beautiful lyrics, and in the song Mannsháttur, which is the last song on our album, she's talking about how everyone should have the same right, and she does it so beautifully. So that's probably my favorite lyric.
Hi Salka, I remember the other day somebody mentioned you as one of the candidates as the future president. So my questions are two. Would you like to be president? And the other, what would be the first thing you did? Let's start with the first one. Would you like to be president?
Okay, that's kind of funny actually, because I saw that.
You saw it?
I saw it in the newspaper, and my mind started to wander.
Ah, okay.
Because I've never thought of it before, becoming a president or anything. Although Vigdís Finnbogadóttir, our first president, or first female president in the world, elected, she's like a huge role model of mine. So I started wondering, like, what kind of job is it? And you know, and I think it looks really easy on the outside. You just go to fancy dinners and stuff like that. But I think it's a lot more than that. I mean, but I was like, yeah, I could maybe do it. You know, I'd probably be the first female president to never wear heels or something.
First female president to rap, probably.
Yeah, and wear hats.
And wear hats? Well, I'm pretty sure Vigdís wore some hats.
Yeah, she wore hats. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's probably why. And the Queen of England. I mean, I'm not saying I should be queen, but she wears hats all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe raps. That's true.
Yeah.
And you know, in every New Year when the president has like when is it? Like
his speech.
Yeah, the speech.
The New Year. Yeah.
I'll just rap it.
Yeah.
That would be the first thing I would do.
Yeah.
Rap the New Year's speech.
Oh, that's a great answer. Okay, next question from Bruce Campbell. I'm pretty sure this is not the Evil Dead actor, but his question is, if you could form a band with any musician, past or present, who would they be? Wow. Drums, bass, guitar, and piano. Obviously, you would sing.
Oh, so. Wow, that's a huge question.
Yes, it is.
Oh, God.
But, I mean, you get to form your favorite band of all time, so.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. If I would take out someone from bands I like and they would play together, maybe there wouldn't be the same chemistry.
Maybe they'd suck.
Maybe they'd suck. Yeah. So, it's not. I mean, I've thought about this a lot. Like, you don't have to be like a great singer to be a great singer, you know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can be in a band to be a great singer, even though you're not a great singer.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And you can fit the band really well and be the greatest singer of that band, although you're not like a great. Yeah. You wouldn't sing in Disney films or whatever, exactly. You know. Yeah. So you don't have to be the best drummer to be the best drummer. No. Yeah. So taking out people from a band, it doesn't really make sense to me, does it? No. Sometimes, I mean, people form supergroups, you know, and that doesn't always work.
Okay, but What's your favorite supergroup?
Probably Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
they did a really good job.
Yeah.
Being a supergroup.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would have to have auditions.
Yes. Yeah. Even the dead musicians. Okay.
I have to see how well they play together.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the thing, it's how well you play together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Okay.
I kind of got away with answering that question.
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
I?
You did. You did, but you still answered it though. Yeah. Next question is from Sturla. Why did you drop that hipster look and dress more sexy? Well, he gets straight to the point.
Do I look hipster? No, I don't. I hate that word. I feel sexy now. I feel sexy though I'm not showing my cleavage or my ass or showing skin. That's not that forms or makes it sexy for me. Maybe that's his view. So he's probably asking me to, I don't know, wear smaller items of clothes.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, because I never wear that.
Yeah.
And that makes him wonder,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Yes.
Let's keep it that way.
Yeah. Okay, the last question is actually from me because it's my show, so I can do what I want. What's your favorite Icelandic song?
Ever.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Ever.
Yes.
It was really Icelandic.
You were just buying yourself time.
Yeah. No, I know that. I know it's Sveitin milli sanda.
Yeah.
Ellie Vilhjáms.
Yeah.
That's my all-time favorite song.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me cry every time I hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, the melody is just ridiculous. There's a flute solo in it that's so beautiful. You can, like, if you're watching a landscape and that song is under, it just makes everything bigger and powerful. And also, it reminds me so much of my grandma.
Yeah, okay.
And there's no words to it, but still so much meaning.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So that's my all-time favorite song, Icelandic song.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was the last question.
Are you gonna play the song now?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be played under?
We're probably gonna put it in the post-production.
Yeah. You see how beautiful it is? Oh.
Yeah.
See how everything gets really powerful?
Well, I want to thank you for coming to the show. I hope we can do this again because there are a lot of fans out there. So,
Yeah. More questions?
Yeah, more
Okay.
questions.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.